guys, it's Joshua Reviews. What was that? I was like, um, yeah, it's Joshua Reviews, and today we're going to be taking a look at okay, actually, before I go into it, I want to talk about one thing. So originally, I was going to be taking a look at Satan Claus, and I couldn't find it anywhere, and the DVD that has the movie is like super rare, and it's like $100. I'm not spending shit on that. So I'll wait. I'll cover that next year. But I was gonna look at that, and I really wanted to because it really looked like a trash fun movie. I think it even inspired Christmas Massacre, the game made by Puppet Combo. But you gotta turn to hear my dog in the background. And when I couldn't watch that, I decided I was gonna watch Psycho Santa. I got like 10 minutes in that movie, couldn't finish it. So gets an F. I'm not covering that movie, don't ask. So I was like, okay, what movie am I gonna... Home for the Holidays, that looks fun. So this is an interesting movie. This movie came out in 1972, which predates Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Black Christmas, and Halloween. And this is kind of a kind of slasher. So I know people often regard Peeping Tom as the first slasher, but honestly, everyone knows that Halloween is the one that kind of like made the slasher subgenre really popular. Like that was what made it blow up. That's kind of what started the cliches. Because Black Christmas is nothing like any of those other slashers. Black Christmas is a fantastic movie. So is Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween, but I digress. Home for the Holidays. This was a made-for-TV movie, and freaking stars, I'm not good with names, but it stars Aunt May from The Amazing Spider-Man. She's awesome, and she's awesome in this movie. There's a lot of A-list actors in this movie that, well, I shouldn't say A-list, because nowadays it's like, probably wouldn't even recognize them, but for the time, or for the 70s, these were well-known actors being in a made-for-TV movie that was kind of a slasher / murder mystery. Yeah, this movie plays out more like a murder mystery rather than a horror, and I kind of dug it. And so basically this movie is about four sisters, return to their father's home, and he's been remarried several times, but his current wife, he believes that she is planning to kill him to take his inheritance or something like that. And the four daughters look at each other like, what do you want us to do about it? Like, because they can't go to the police because of the storm, and they can't do anything really because they don't suspect her of anything, and they think that she'll try to kill them. So he basically says, I want you to kill her. Seems fair enough. Yeah, I mean, seems like a civil way to handle this problem. So right off the bat, I was like, okay, that's a new one. I'm interested, and I would say it's executed pretty well. I love the dark and stormy night vibe that this movie gives. One of the criticisms I do want to mention right off the bat is this is a Christmas movie, but hardly has Christmas in it. You literally could have had this like taken place any other holiday, or you could have just had it not take place on a holiday at all, and wouldn't have really made much difference. There's like a few Christmas decorations in the back, but besides that, it's pretty much it. Nothing really there. In fact, because of the quality of this movie, because I don't own this on DVD or anything, I don't think there's a Blu-ray release, but I watched it on YouTube in like 780p or whatever the quality is, and there were moments where it's like, is that a Christmas decoration? I can't tell. So I didn't get the Christmas vibe from that, so disappointed in that. Killer's cool though. I like the whole raincoat design, and while it's not Christmas related, I will be honest, I think the Santa Killer has been done to death, but because this came out in 1972, I think it could have been one of the first, and but you know what? Like the design they went with. I mean, we saw how it turned out with Silent Night, Deadly Night, with all the criticism that movie got, which stupid. But yeah, I found myself enjoying this movie quite a bit. There are a few slow moments because it is from 1972, and I don't mind slow movies. I mean, I love Skinamarink. It's one of my favorite horror movies, but like there are some moments that are pretty slow because it's just characters talking, and I'll be honest, it's not really that engaging. Like anytime they were trying to figure out who could potentially be trying to kill who, I was invested. Anytime they were talking about anything else, I was kind of like, eh. Now I do like that the fact that the characters are fleshed out. That is something that I appreciate, especially for. I mean, I don't want to say this is a slasher, but it kind of is because there's a mass killer killing people, so gotta throw in that category. But it doesn't have any of the slasher tropes like no topless girl in a shower getting killed by a mass killer, thank God. And it doesn't have like graphic kills. The kills in this are pretty tame. So if you're looking for a graphic slasher, you're not gonna find it here. If you want like a Christmas slasher with blood and guts, watch Black Christmas, the remake, or Silent Night, Deadly Night. And but I thought that despite it being made in '72, it was pretty good. I enjoyed the story, and I think what made it work was the cast. I do like that the first half of the movie is we are getting introduced to these characters, so we're kind of it gives the viewer kind of a chance to like write down the suspects and like pin down who's doing it. But once people start dying, you're kind of like, okay, who could it be? You know, okay, we're only down to like maybe 4 people, so could be you, and I do want to touch upon who's revealed, but I won't spoil it. I think when it's revealed who's doing it, it's a little anticlimactic. I do like how the movie wraps up. It was a nice wrap up. Everything is wrapped up cohesively, and I do think it's a little bit of a sweet ending, kind of. Semi. That's my dog. Sorry. But I don't know. The killer reveal. It just kind of felt like that's the killer. Ooh, that's why they did it. Okay, sure. That's enough reason to kill people, I guess. I mean, sure. That was kind of my reaction, and I think looking back, while I did enjoy the movie, there is nothing memorable about it because this is a TV movie. There's a lot that they couldn't do. So, like I said, if you're looking for graphic kills, don't watch this movie. But I don't mind that. Whatever. But there are elements that I do think it could have benefited from that. There are some slashers that it's like, like for example, Tourist Trap. That's not a graphic or bloody movie because of its PG rating, but it makes up for that with a wacky ass story and some disturbing kills, even though they're not graphic or bloody. This movie is just kind of like stab here, no blood, off-screen kill here and there, and it's about it. I mean, this movie's pretty short. It's only like an hour and 15 minute movie, but with TV breaks, I'm sure it's a lot longer. But I think that when people start dying, it didn't really feel like I like the characters. I like, their interactions off each other. But once they start dying, I didn't really find myself like, oh no, they died. I was just kind of like, oh, sucks. I didn't like that. I wanted more like, oh, they're dead. Like, what's a good example? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I can't think of anything. I'm sorry. Well, Black Christmas, for example. I mean, you could make the argument Black Christmas stole from this movie, but we're not gonna go there. But of course it didn't. It was made by the genius Bob Clark. But there are a lot of similarities from here to there. And well, that movie takes place in a sorority house. This takes place in just a manor, which I mean, it was cool that it took place in a manor, but honestly, it was just kind of like, I'm gonna say overall I enjoyed it, but I think looking back, it's not memorable and it didn't really leave much of an impression. So it's like a one-time watch thing. And while I did like the characters when they get killed, it was kind of like, eh. And I think for, one of the first slashers, I think that if you're looking for slasher, like what slashers are known for in this movie, like the slasher formula, you're going to be sorely disappointed. And the killer reveal is just kind of weak, but I did find enough enjoyment out of this that I will still recommend it. So I'm going to give it a C+. But I think that if you want a concept like this, but better done, watch Black Christmas, the original, because that one is It's a classic. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed your review. Yeah, we're going to take a look at one more Christmas oldie, and we're going to take a look at the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise. We're going to revisit it. Yay! It's going to be fun.